Other interesting political news, you have Biden signing a Ukrainian partnership for about 10 years to get billions of dollars to them, which, as saying they use the word partnership, I'm still waiting to see what they give us. We're not the. I did some analytics on, are we the top 10 trading partner with that country? Yep, spoiler alert, we are not. We're the last time I think the data came from 2022. We are the top 12 trading partner, so we do some business with them. And yeah, I'm not. And Zelensky also, I almost laughed out. Well, no, I did laugh out loud. He says we should give them lots of money because it's investment. Now, I'm not sure what the return on investment will be. If we give them $200 billion, is he going to turn around and give us $2 trillion in a couple of years? Granted, with inflation, maybe, but yeah, probably not. And again, this is why I don't think the war is going to end anytime soon, unless maybe Trump gets in office and he just has Putin and Zelensky get in the same room and says, here's what's going to happen. Russia, you get A, B, and C. Then we're done. Ukraine, Zelensky, keep doing stand-up comedy. You're hilarious. And yeah, I can't imagine how much Zelensky's got in his pocket these days. But nevertheless, this comes from, it says Biden, but it is really Green Jean-Pierre, the Paragirl. But nevertheless, she's been caught many times tweeting for him. But it's his profile. And Biden says, allegedly, today, President Zelensky and I signed an agreement to strengthen Ukrainians' defense and deterrence for years to come. Peace for Ukraine must be underwritten by its ability to defend itself in the future. The U.S. will help ensure Ukraine can do both. Which, historically speaking, it's kind of like flushing money down the toilet. I mean, they've only been able to do this far because pretty much every country on the planet is sending them billions in arms in terms of physical military weapons, medical gear, as well as personnel. And historically speaking, it's the most corrupt countries in the Europe. Even CNN had articles about that. The Washington Post. I mean, fascinating how the money just disappears time and time again. Now, right pretty vile. It looks like, was this a 27-second clip? Lazy son of a bitch, as you might say, or Biden might say actually. Zelensky is in, green, military pants and a green sweater, long sleeve. It's like if you took someone on a date, how disappointed would you be if they showed up like that? You give this person $200 billion, they can't suit up like all men should. Biden suited up for this 27-second commercial. Now it says, President Biden and President Zelensky signed bilateral security agreement. Let's see. Let's play this real quick. Some music. They're both walking. I'm surprised. Independent.
Our goal is to strengthen Ukraine's credible defense and deterrence capabilities for the long term. A lasting peace for Ukraine must be underwritten by Ukraine's own ability to defend itself now and to deter future aggression anytime in the future.
I mean, Zelensky is smiling ear to ear. I mean, he's making
in the future.
Good music. I mean, very emotional rhetoric, soft piano, and not enough classical piano is used these days. And I got 2.1 million views and 27,000 likes. Yeah, 10-year mutual. Wow. Or as he might say, come on, man. Now, one of the first comments comes from Paul Zupa saying, Ukraine already lost to Russia. Joe Biden needs to secure the U.S. border and deport illegals, but we know he won't. Biden wants illegals for their votes and their census. Zelensky is a tyrant. Goes on to say President Trump should cancel his deal with Ukraine as he's sworn in. I got 2,000 likes. Planet Meme says, how about a peace deal? I remember when Democrats were against endless wars. Getting 693 likes, which, yeah, that used to be a thing. Arthur Eagleman says, well, rather he has the middle finger emoji, and he says Zelensky getting 663 likes. The Alex Sidensa is Silencia? Can't pronounce that, unfortunately. All America Truther says, I wonder how this played out today. And Zelensky, a little comic book of him, and says, so I said to Joey, I am leaving in 6 hours. I need another billion from you, or I'll tell everyone your dirty, corrupt little secrets. Well, son of a bitch, getting 1.2 thousand likes, which is a parody of Biden or I should clarify, the big guy who was apparently, there were some investigators looking into Hunter Biden getting paid, $86,000 a month for being on the board of directors for Burisma, because of course he's a nuclear genius or an energy aficionado. He's very good to have on board of directors. Then someone started to investigate him, and then Biden said, if you don't stop this investigation, you won't get any more money from the U.S. because we continually just give them money. And then Biden in public admitted on stage, and he says, well, son of a bitch, then he was fired, which is illegal, but of course, rules for thee, but not for me. That got 1.2 thousand likes. Jeff Carlson says, a 10-year agreement after 150 billion we already sent. As you ignore the needs of your own citizens, guess that whole blackmail thing is really paying off for Zelensky. Getting 5.8 thousand likes, which, again, that is the best return on investment in history. You paid someone about, what was it, $75,000 or $85,000 per month for Hunter Biden, and after a couple years, you got $150 billion back? I mean, that is in terms of fiscally speaking, that ROI is unprecedented success. That's really impressive. Matt Couch says, after this, 1 million American veterans are 1 million homeless Americans, 70,000 homeless U.S. veterans, 3 million a month coming across the U.S. border. America First 2024, we're sending you to a nursing home from 2024, getting 4.2 thousand likes, which also shows how much the U.S. government cares about other areas and other people versus us. Also have the flag guy saying Ukraine is a massive money laundering operation for you and your administration, getting 3.4 thousand likes. I am Kelly Joe says this agreement will be voided January 20th, 2025 when Trump is back in the White House, getting 1.1 thousand likes. Marjorie Taylor Greene press release parody account says, are you effing kidding me? You should defend and protect our border, getting 1,000 likes, which it is fascinating to see how they really care about some countries' borders, and yet they don't. Very few actually care about the U.S. southern border. The Salty Goat says, you already did this, dumbass. Now I get to tell you again, stop spending money we don't have. You see now, prick. Getting 1.7 thousand likes. Going down more and more. Bellevue Benjamin Button says, meanwhile, the concerns of the struggling Americans you ignored. Says, you know who isn't struggling to buy groceries and pay rent? This guy. That's Zelensky laughing, wearing a, what is that? Yeah, wearing a sweater, getting 961 likes. Everyone else in the room is wearing a suit, as all men should, and he's laughing, wearing a sweater. Ridiculous. Getting 961 likes. Don Vito says Ukrainian ATM, and it's Biden dressed up as an ATM machine with Zelensky looking at him, getting 150 likes. Jeez. I don't know if it's photoshopped or not. Final Cut Michigan says third wheel, and it's Biden. His hand apparently is on Zelensky's rear, and Jill Biden's hand is on his back. It got 140 likes. The American AF says stop sending our money to Ukraine, getting 767 likes. Proud Army Brat says, do you have any idea how much we loathe the two of you clowns? You both exemplify everything disastrous, total failures on every level. Enjoy your dismal legacies, getting 985 likes. That being said, history books are written by the winners. Kind of like how everyone thinks FDR is an amazing, great president because he spent so much money fighting the war on poverty, which is really just wasting money since poverty rates are usually about the same. And a lot of people are just now desperate and they're dependent on the government for generations. I would argue is one of the most evil things you can do. Let's see. There's got to be some contrarian statements here. And yeah, this is, the U.S. is about 50-50 split on most political issues. And same with this one. There are a lot of people proudly displaying the Ukrainian flag. A lot of people asking, why are we sending money to a place most Americans can't point to on a map? And this is Biden's profile on X Twitter. He should have about a 50-50 split between people who support him and don't support him. And yet, we saw a couple on the other posts where they were supportive of Ukraine. But let's see here. This is like 90% do not agree with Biden on this one. Here. And again, that being said, there are millions of Americans who do agree with this political move. And some people will argue that it's good for the U.S. economy because some of that money is reinvested in the U.S. And I say reinvested, is that some of it is you're giving them arms and armament, which is U.S. manufacturing. Granted, Ukrainian government isn't giving us new money, so economically, I think you could argue that the money's just being moved around. You're not generating new wealth, which I would think would be the key to that type of argument in terms of military government contracts, building the United States economy. But I partially digress. It is fascinating to see on this post that, again, it's mostly critiquing Biden. And I wonder if this could be one of the top 10 political topics that people are going to vote on when they do go to the booths. Because, again, you got about $150 billion. That's more money than most people can possibly fathom. There are a lot of people struggling right here. Most people are struggling just to pay rent these days. There are a lot of issues right in the United States. We're spending $150 billion to defend their border. And yet, I remember, what was it? There were a couple of Democrats in Congress or in the government where they said, well, we can't possibly spend, $6 to $8 billion on the U.S. border wall. That's too expensive. I never want to hear that rudimentary argument again, because again, we spend billions on other countries. Again, proper immigration is paramount. A lot of people would argue for the economy, for long-term success, especially the decrease in birth rates. But when you have no idea who's crossing your border, and again, not all of them, we're seeing many instances of more crimes, some terroristic activity, because again, you're not vetting them. You literally don't know who they are. A lot of them are military-age fighting men. So I think this, again, with the juxtaposition with the U.S. border policies and lack of action, I think this could be one of the top topics when it comes to the upcoming election. But let me know, do you think this topic has kind of played out? Everyone's kind of done by now. They just know, oh yeah, there's more money being over there. Does the average American still have a vested interest? Again, there are a lot of Ukrainian flags in the United States. Let me look out. Do you see them in your neighborhood? I mean, anecdotally speaking, I'm trying to think. Anecdotally speaking, again, I'm in a great state, or some might argue the great country of TXS. So I've seen like one or two flags. Is very uncommon. Again, I'm North Dallas Fort Worth. So I haven't seen too many. Now that being said, on social media, I do see many of my friends, and some of them, they do have that flag prominently displayed on their profile picture. But let me know in the comments. As always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.